completely done in this area here. We could pick up a magic ring, but that would again just be this type of magic ring for restoring all MP. And I'm pretty set with just one of those. Also, it's completely, like right now I'm not holding the button down for flying. Normally when you let go, you land, but you can't land on anything that you, well, can't land on. It will keep you flying. And now I'm actually really curious, what happens? Awesome. Free flight. Okay. That's good to know. Alright, and I think we walked past the entrance, but, no, this should be it. Unless this is leading to that other item, which is way the heck on past the, entrance there. That would be battle armor. So, you know, in case you still haven't purchased it at this amazingly late point in the game. I'm caring about... well, no, I guess I should, because we're not going to find another town for a little while. Okay, seriously. God damn it, bird! Really would be nice if the knockback weren't such a major thing. Like, you know, if you're taking 0 damage from it, if you wouldn't be knocked back by it. It would be kind of nice, but, not the case. No, and, right up here, that's where we were before, that's where we picked up the, storm bracelet right there, with that whole acid pit, which... they say you really need the flight spell to get across the acid pit. Oh yeah, you absolutely need the flight spell to not take that 6 damage. Ah, that's a killer right there, man. Alright, so, heading right on over here, there we go. Second cave, which is basically just a tiny little loop-around thing there. All sorts of rabbits. Oh, I say all sorts when I mean 2. One of these rabbits will not say that. There we go. This rabbit, this is the one you can go ahead and change it to Stom. No? Well, apparently Stom is a big friend to the rabbit kind. And one of these rabbits we can... oops. Didn't mean to turn back there. A certain one of these rabbits we can talk with, and there we go. Yes, that one will give us another magic ring, so sure on that we will hold on to that. There we go, back to normal. Okay, so let me double check on what we're doing here. Okay, so yeah, this would be the town of Sahara. Stay the night there. This is the final town of the game. Getting very close to the final areas. Okay, let me see. Somewhere here there is a, okay, so, well, yeah, no real reason to, but no real reason not to. Let's, sell our battle shield. And by that I mean hit all the wrong buttons, because I always forget that they have no as the default answer. Don't care anymore, goodbye. What am I even holding on to anyway? An antidote and a fruit of power. Oh, and yeah, all the extra items are just pushed off into the second sub-menu there. So I like how there's really, only a color difference between the various boots and rings. Alright. Apparently Stom is from this, town. Okay, so we go in here. Let's see. Let's double check. Oh, actually no, should be a very straightforward path, because I don't think there were any other exits. No, there are 0 other exits, so this is obviously the only way to get out of town and access the final areas of the game. Okay, so yes, now we are out here in the Sahara Desert area. Okay, let's see, somewhere... Was there one of them that, apparently I missed a rabbit back in the, previous field there. Don't know quite how, but, evidently one of these rabbits will reveal himself to be Dio. Which I'm kind of confused about, because, what the hell? Okay, so that was Dio that gave us the, magic ring. Even though I didn't actually, talk to him and learn that he was Dio. Previously, Dio had given you, Stom's pendant. So, like, what the hell? Was I supposed to, Okay, that's a bit of a switch, but sure. Now we have, Stom's pendant, which is right over here. This is an item which, as you're standing still... Actually, is it even... Yeah, okay, as you're standing still, it will just, slowly regenerate MP. Which means that now we have, no real need for the magic rings, either. Which is kind of nice. Okay, so then... got all this other nonsense, and... I think we should be good. May as well stay another night at the inn, since money is pointless, and... You know, we're just, carrying around, like, 300 pounds of the stuff. What the... Oh. Derp derp. I took off my warrior ring. Okay, now we can actually explore this final area. Basically, this is the last area of sort of open exploration, and then the final area is more of just a sort of a straight path to the final boss. Okay, so that goes to that there. That goes to a boss that we want to level up first, so, I think now is as good a time to mark off a video and, you know, say, I'll be back to this just as soon as I've reached level 16, and we can tackle the pyramid and the, flying tower. So yes, I will be back very shortly. Okay, let's go ahead and return to the last bit of Crystalis. We are now maximum level. Don't yet have the, best armor, but that's because, the game sort of gives it to us right before the, end of the game. Sort of, basically, almost all of these things have been changed for these, final area items. Like, this game decided, well, you know, this game, the people who made this game decided to just shuffle everything around, and we'll see a really big shuffle very soon. Sort of, changes the final bosses around, but, we'll get to that very shortly. First thing is that, these enemies in here take quite a while to kill, but, they do give you 1,000 experience apiece, so, you know, that's rather nice. The thing we are looking for now is, it's one more up. Yes, right here. Just have to find the middle of the pyramid, which is where we will find the Emperor Dragonia. Alright. So, you know, don't want to stand in the way. That's, again, just all the damage from actually being hit by the boss's body instead of by their attacks. It's kind of a thing in Mega Man 2. You took much more damage from things like that. But anyways, that's that taken care of. And that drops us down out of there. Alright, so then with that, we now have all of the various bows that we need to complete the game. And I also don't know why the FAQ was talking about, you know, needing... What am I doing? Let's go ahead and use... You know, make sure you have the Bow of Truth before you go to the final area. You can't not have the Bow of Truth, it's in a frickin' cutscene right there! FAQ writer, did you even play this game? Okay, so then, let's go back to flight. So yeah, now we have one little area to get through. Well, I say little, it's actually kind of lengthy. And once we get through that final area, we'll go to the final area, the flying tower. So pretty much just heading up here. Do we need to? Yeah, I suppose we should fly. Nope. Still a bit further. Trying to conserve MP. Don't really know why, but probably would be a good thing. Oh, hey, it's just right there at the very edge. Yeah, let's manage it without running into a bug. I guess that will require killing the damn bugs, but no, we're good. Okay. Now then, this is the part where we have a non-boss battle. This is kind of the same in the NES version. Wow, are they just gonna tell us what to do? Huh. Okay, so I guess it would be possible to, you know, get past here and, you know, maybe, you know, get to this area without the Bow of Truth by not going to the pyramid first, but, since they only activate if you have the Bow of Truth, it again kind of brings up the point again of how it's impossible to get past here without the Bow of Truth. It is 100% impossible to not have it and be able to get to the flying tower. So, you know, again, sort of a non-boss battle. You don't actually have to fight them. You just have to use the Bow of the Sun. You don't even have to be facing the right way. And then you have to go ahead and use, you guessed it, not the Bow of Truth, the Bow of the Moon. And with that, that takes care of the super statues. And we can get on through the rest of this area. Now let's switch back to our warrior ring. It's gonna be annoying. Very, very hard to dodge those things. I sort of have to fake them out. Yeah, okay, let's see. Looks like we might have a... Nope, just a staircase. Cannot tell with these damn maps. Basically, the person who made them identical, so, you know, a staircase uses the same picture and color as a barrier, so, yeah, that's kinda bothersome. And again, could be using the flight spell, but don't really much care. Could be using the leather boots for that matter, but still don't care. Just have to get over to this spot, right over here. Yeah, let's try and take that out before the thing gets here. Just like that. Good. And there are a couple of other dead-end paths we could go down. They don't even have the items in this dead-end path area, so that's an annoying thing. And yes, these are the blockers, sort of, we have just entered the flying tower, and now that we're here, we cannot go back, so there is, well, nothing to go back for anyways, but, yeah. And I will again say that they completely changed up this final area. Used to be more of almost like a side-scrolling area, it looked like, but it's very weird in how it implemented. And now it's more of a normal Crystalis area. With, you know, music we've already heard, so they didn't even bother to give it its own frickin' music. Wait a minute. Note how it's the same music that's used here when you first turn the game on, and for the programmer developer screens, and the title screen, and the backstory screens. It's just, how do you... I don't even... Yeah, that's something freaking... It's somewhere between totally pathetic and amazing. Just the balls that it takes to, be that goddamn lazy with your music. And yeah, it was a big thing in the previous Flying Tower, sort of had to clear out every sort of floor of it. You know, it being a tower, you went up many floors to reach the top where the boss was, because, you know, that's kind of how that sort of thing worked back in the NES days. But they decided, nah, screw it, make it so that you can just walk past all of the enemies and, you know, go fight Dinah, because that's the thing, they sort of changed it around. Instead of fighting the bigger form of Emperor Dragonia first, and then Dinah as the final battle, they swapped him. So, yeah, we fight Dinah. And, let's see... Warrior Ring Sword is the water sword. Why? Why would it be the water sword? Also, this, boss battle music is kind of, you know... a cacophony? Just an amalgamation of random beeps and boops and sounds. So that's not really a good thing to go for with your final boss music. Yeah, let's get back to that being open again. Come on, just find the sweet spot of where to... I don't even know if this is damaging it or not. Okay, come on, blah blah blah. Okay, so... Okay, so yeah, it is basically just, shoot that, open eye, and that's it. So let's, go ahead and get on our barrier spell and, try and see if this will work. Wait, what? Okay, apparently you have to be slightly left of the eye, not, dead on. Yeah, let's see how many hits this takes. And of course the knockback is still freaking ridiculous and annoying, and if it weren't for the knockback, we would not have had to move whatsoever during that fight. And for some reason, Misia is inside of Dinah. So, you know, probably, presumably, this will be the last time hearing the, Star Tropics song here. Also, it would have been cool if we'd actually seen the graphics for the sword previously, like if we would have had different sprites for the different swords with the different attacks, but, you know, instead they're all just the basic, same exact sword. So yeah, you know, all this prophecy about how both of you are necessary, but only only necessary to create the Crystalis sword. Everything else you can do on your own. The other character, totally unimportant. Oh, they're just in love with those voice clips. Okay, and this is more of the, this is actually the way the flying tower looked before. So pretty much you just have to find the right doors to go into in order to actually progress up the tower. And again, apparently, we don't actually need to clear the floors out in any way. We can just waltz on up to the boss. So yeah, I'm not going to bother killing anything. We're just going to walk through these doors, and yeah, it's very mazy in that the other doors all take you to other random places, but going through these specific doors will take you to the boss. I may have taken a wrong turn somewhere, but what the heck? Okay, sure. At least they gave Dragonia actual final boss music. That's a little bit more than I was expecting. Okay, so now we use the Bow of Truth. Okay, so there is our final boss. Let's just take a moment to glory in his majesty of terrible sprightliness. I don't remember him looking that bad on the NES version. I'll have to go check that later on. Okay, what was I doing? That's good. Want to get barrier spell back on, I would assume. And yeah, now we have the Crystalis sword. Don't know if we actually need to use the Crystalis sword, though. Looking like we can just sort of, you know, shoot him when the hole in his chest is open. So I should be using the barrier spell, shouldn't I? Yeah, back up you go. For all that pointless walking. I would hope that nobody would actually be damaged by him walking forward. Oh, that's new. See, can't we? Yes, we can! Thanks for that, game. Didn't think I'd be able to hit him from the side while he was doing that attack straightforward, but, no, and apparently that's enough to activate that, so... Do I actually even have... No, that just, may as well use it, though. And actually, screw it. I really want to listen to this, final boss music, but, may as well, right? Okay, and that... No, actually, let's see. What would happen if we save it right here? If we load that game data... Okay, we go back to the beginning of the tower. Okay, that's about what I expected. Good. And again, just, used Magic Ring. And that shouldn't have changed. Good. Didn't think it would. Just for the sake of it, because why the hell not? No, what? Apparently turning on, or using the magic ring turned off my spell. Weird. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out. Oh. Looks like the lower left corner is pretty much the only safe spot with these things. Of course... Again, not exactly sure, like, did they think you would assume you could only damage him from below and stand directly in the path of that attack, or did they not realize that the player would be aware that you could, in fact, dodge to the side? You get on with it. Yeah, we'll do that. This gives us a lot more time for... Wow, and he didn't really ever adjust his attack to, you know, be shooting anywhere near where I actually was. Come on already. Open up your weak point so I can kill you already. And then he does that. So he only wants to use it if I am caught in the corner and, you know... Oh, hey. There we possibly go. And of course he's not going to do it this time. Well, he'll do that instead, which we can take advantage of. Or he won't, you know, either or. Do something! Jesus Christmas. This has been an amazingly annoying boss just for the fact that he doesn't actually... Yeah, I will admit that this is the kind of boss that I hate the most, the type that has the guarded weak point and isn't on an actual pattern of when it reveals it. Okay, so... apparently we're suddenly in a tiny control room, and we again have the exact same stupid music that we've been hearing throughout. I guess we escaped from the tower and then stood side by side. Also, since we, you know, destroyed the computer and the statues, it should have been crashing long before we killed Dragonia. Kind of made more sense when killing the computer was the last thing that we did. Oh my lord, these graphics. Just squares! Squares of color! Game Boy Color, you were so goddamn pathetic. Seriously, how is it that so many Game Boy Color games looked so bad in terms of this kind of still graphic? Okay, are you going somewhere with this whole beginning in disguise thing? No, apparently not. Just, wanted to say that, apparently, even though there's no sequel, there's no other things related to this. But, oh well. This has been, Crystalis on the Game Boy Goddamn Color. It's really absolutely not the version of this I would recommend you play. The NES version has better music, it doesn't have things shuffled in a very odd way, and I can only assume that they were like, we should do something to actually change this game so that it's not just a pure port. And, you know, that's how things got shuffled at the end there. It doesn't make any sense, really. But yeah, anyways, I mean, if this is the only version you can get your hands on, which, you know, I guess NES purists would want to play it on an actual cartridge and not emulate it. This isn't an amazingly terrible version. It's still Crystalis, it's still pretty playable, but, you know, absolutely not the good version, I would say. as we listen to music which amounts to a train tooting its horn. Wow. This is just... Like, I know the Game Boy Color can't handle much in the way of music, but what they made for this game is so bad. And there are a few Game Boy Color games that do have really good music. This ain't one of them, though. Just about done with these incredibly long and boring credits. I don't know why they have them set up in this very odd way. But, yes, there we go. There's the last of that nonsense. And, yeah, just immediately back to the start screen, because obviously you would want to immediately start a new game, because this is just so good. But yeah, this has been Crystalis. Thanks for joining me, and, I will be back with something hopefully more fun next time. See you folks later.